So Fantom, the benefit over Ethereum or anything else is that it's just the gas fees are 0.001 like cent. It's crazy. So you really can utilize a lot of exchanges and not really spend a lot of money. So this is going to ask me to flip over on my MetaMask to join the network, right? Give me a second. Your computer, I don't know, network, internet, something is moving slow as molasses today. Yeah. All right, so I go ahead and switch the network. I'm on Ethereum's network right now, so it's going to ask me to switch. And I'm going to switch over to Fantom's network. All right, so now I'm switched. We're good to go on that. We'll just go through some of these different things that we have available. So like what a farm is what I was talking about earlier. They'll give you options for APYs you can earn on putting 2 tokens in a liquidity pool and supplying it to one of these decentralized exchanges, right? So here we are. We got, Fantom and Boo, 2 tokens on this particular exchange. This exchange is on Fantom's network. So this is SpookySwap. And you have another one. Here goes US dollar coin and Fantom, right? And it's telling you can get 80% returns based off of supplying liquidity to this. And it's telling you how much is in the pool. And if you were actually had some, staked in here, then that's how much you would have earned. It just gives you a running tally right there. You can take these out at any given time, but you have to be very, very vigilant to understand that these tokens, like Fantom, is not pegged to $1. This is not a stable coin. So this will fluctuate up and down. Same thing with Ethereum. So this is wrapped Ethereum and Fantom. These two paired together, they will fluctuate back and forth. And ultimately, if they're both not going up, you're losing in the total in overall, because if one's going down or, there's an offset, you get what's called impermanent loss, which really you don't need to understand that in all that much detail, but just know, hey, if you buy into something that's volatile like Fantom or Ethereum or something like that, it's not pegged with a stable coin. You're taking a double risk. You're taking a risk of, this pool eventually will dwindle down the more liquidity gets put into it, but also that token can rise and fall at any given time, and you're now losing initial investment. So it's a risk, in this case, using liquidity pools, but that's one way, right? And then this is basically how you're able to supply liquidity. So you have one of token A, and you click it, you put in a token B right here, whatever it may be. So if it was like wrapped Fantom or Fantom and wrapped Ether, whatever, you put those 2, you hit supply, it allows you to supply, you get a token back now. This token you're not in the liquidity pool yet. You just have the token. So like it would be over here and it would say like my potions. And these potions would show which ones you have readily available, like the pairs you already made. Then you go take that pair and it'll tell you how many tokens you have of it to the farm. All right. And then that's how you actually start making. And if you don't have it, like one of the 2 tokens that you need, you can go to the swap here, and the swap will allow you to swap. This is why it's called a decentralized exchange. You can exchange any token that you have and get into another token here to be able to make a liquidity pool or a pair. So this is SpookySwap. I think it's the simplest one to kind of explain it to. Fantom, the whole idea of Fantom is like a ghost. So this network is real kind of eerie. Honestly, it gives me kind of bad vibes. So, it's cheap, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is. It's one of the newer layer ones. You just kind of utilize it for what it is and, keep it moving. Also, they have a great feature. This is phenomenal. It's called a bridge, right? So this bridge allows you to take from another blockchain, i.e. Fantom, Binance Smart Chain, or Ethereum's blockchain, and move your tokens over to Fantom, right? And you can do vice versa. So you can swap them back and forth. The reason why this is still convenient is because let's say I bought a token on Ethereum's blockchain, right? Before you can move it over, they do what's called wrapping. All right. So you wrap it in order to be able to move it across. It's just nothing you have to do. You just need to go to the swap on either Ethereum or whatever chain you're bringing it from and do the swap. Now we're getting into a lot of high level stuff here, but I wanted to show you what a decentralized exchange looks like, how to operate it, and how to get into different liquidity pools, right? So now you've seen on Fantom's network, which is another layer 1, that commonly people bridge from Ethereum. And that's why I originally, bridged from when I first learned about it. Just Ethereum's main swap is called Uniswap and Sushi Swap. So I'll just show you those two dexes real quick. Let me go to Uniswap real quick, and then so you just go up here, you hit launch app. And these are all, easily Googleable. Like, you just go on the internet, and all these projects are open source. So basically, developers have made these, and they make their profits by creating these. They charge a little fee every time. So like, for example, I'll just show you real quick. Let me connect. Oh, I gotta switch networks real quick. Hold on. So if that ever happens, if you're on like Fantom's network trying to utilize Fantom's protocol, which I just was, and now I need to get back over to Ethereum's network, you have to hit this little bar up here. I apologize, my computer is moving dumb slow today. All right, so now I'm on Ethereum's protocol. You see my wallet pops in here. Boom. If I want to exchange for my Ethereum to, let's say, just DAI, I'm not actually going to do this because I don't want to exchange right now. I just always leave a little bit of Ethereum in my wallet because Ethereum is necessary to pay for gas. So let's just say I want $5 worth of DAI. It's going to give you all the specs on if you were to exchange this, how much would it cost, right? Now remember, every transaction you do will cost gas. Gas is the native token for whatever network you're using is going to require you to pay the gas. Now, the reason why no one uses Ethereum is because the gas is stupid high. It is so high, it's incredible. It's like something like 90 to 100 bucks every transaction. So if I were to trade my Ethereum to DAI, and I wanted $5 because DAI is pegged to US dollar as well, so it's going to be 1-to-1. That's basically what I'm going to get. I'm going to get $5 worth of DAI, all right? And it's going to cost, let's see, if we hit swap, let's see the specs on it. So now my MetaMask is going to pop up, and it's going to say, hey, this is how much it's going to cost for you to do this, right? So if I hit confirm, it's telling me the price impact is none. It's telling me that the allowed slippage is meaning from one exchange to the next while it's in transit, how much it'll move. If I put a range that's saying that it's too great for me, then it'll decline the transaction basically. So this is just telling me these are estimates, right? If you were to hit confirm swap, it's gonna pop up. It's gonna say waiting for confirmation, and it's gonna pop my MetaMask is gonna pop out here soon. And it usually doesn't move this slow. Because I'm recording and doing all this, and I got an old ass laptop. It's just, this is what it is. So it's way faster than in most cases. But as soon as it pops out of here, it'll give you the option. Now, MetaMask does this great thing where it allows you to actually see how much gas you're spending. Some of these wallets you'll show you on the app that you're using what's the estimated amount of gas you're using, but not all the time do you know 100% how much gas is going to be spent, which sometimes can be a problem. Because if you think you're only doing a transaction for $10, but the gas costs 100, why would I even want to do $10? So it's almost one of these things like when you decide to dive into it, you got to go, both feet. You can't really tiptoe around it because you're just going to get eaten up in gas fees. It's going to make it not worth it. So here we have it, right? It costs $62. 55 is fluctuating. Here we go. So $60 right now to actually change $5 of Ethereum to $5 worth of DAI. That's a damn shame. And to be quite honest with you, nobody's going to do that. This is why Ethereum is becoming outdated. Like more and more people are saying, I'm not really good on Ethereum anymore. I'd rather go to Terra where it costs 0.001 per transaction. Or I'd rather go to Fantom where it's 0.0001. Or any of these other projects that are coming out, something like Cardano costs less than 50 cents. So all these projects, I'm just gonna hit reject here because one, I'm not paying that because that's a negative, that's a bad move, terrible move. So whenever you decide you're gonna do something, you got to be convicted on on the blockchain and know exactly what's gonna happen. If you ever hit reject right there, you don't have to do anything here. The protocol will automatically say you declined in your wallet, and we didn't move forward with the transaction. So all good on that. I'm sorry I dumped a lot. I was talking very, very fast, but I think this is the best way to get people, into it. You really just have to dive in. So if you have any questions about sending from one of your decentralized or your centralized exchange to one of your private wallets, your MetaMask, your Y, a Terra Station or a Phantom wallet, feel free, reach out, drop a comment, anything along those lines. But this should have been very helpful in the sense of just saying, okay, well, how do I get going? How do I put certain, things into place? And also you gotta dive into it. So once you get on these ecosystems, you can start playing around with them to see what it is that you like about it. Is this one because it has low gas fees? Is this one because it has the best decentralized applications? I mean, there's so many applications, like I couldn't even cover all of them. Check out a project called Alchemax. It's really dope. It's actually on Ethereum's network, which is why I didn't really want to go over it because the gas is just crazy. But it allows you to pay with a stable or Ethereum. It's either one. You can use a stable coin. They call it ALUSD, or you can do Ethereum. Basically put up a collateral, and then you can borrow a loan to yourself from it. The reason why this is so beneficial is because this allows you to now have your asset is still pegged, it's still up there, actively generating rewards, but you now have the money back in your hand. But Alchemax is different than any other protocol because it doesn't just charge interest on your loan that you took. What it also allows you to do is you can forego the interest on the loan, and the only thing that you have to do is hold or lock your crypto for a certain amount of time. The time is beneficial to their protocol and you, because what they do is they take what you put up and they go dump it through these different liquidity pools, and they make back in rewards the amount that you would have to pay in interest. So you basically get an interest-free loan to be able to make a move now, and all you have to do is let that asset sit in their protocol. Now, it's a risk you're willing to take. So be it. But it's a crazy play to do something like, I have $100,000 and I put $100,000 up into this protocol, and I get, let's say the loan to value, I think is something like 65 or 70%. So you get 65K back, right? It's going to take your 100K and just dump it all over the place. It'll still be there. It's secure. The protocol, the smart contract, everything is good on it. It'll still be there, but you now get 65 or 70K back. Let's say I go take that 70K and invest in a real estate project, whether it's a flip, whether it's a rental, whatever it may be, Airbnb type idea. You get it set up, and now you're churning passive income from that real estate project, right? And in 5 years, when you've paid back in rewards, you get your whole 100K is unlocked now back in, plus you have your real estate property that you just invested in now. So it's like you can do both at the same time. And if you invest in something like Ethereum's probably going to keep going up. It's almost guaranteed. Something like Ethereum or Bitcoin in due time is just going to keep going up. So to me, it's a win-win scenario. You guys see, like I said, I have some money kind of in all different ecosystems. I got some in Terra. I have a good amount in Cardano. A lot of mine's in HBAR, which is, they don't really have a lot of consumer-facing products, but this is going to be one of the biggest blockchain projects in terms of agriculture, tech. It's just going to bridge a lot of companies together, and HBAR is a project you should definitely take a look at. Hedera Hash Group is the group. Google's behind this, IBM, a lot of big tech, FANG type of companies are behind it. So I don't necessarily say that means it's going to be good for the consumer. I just know that if they have that amount of money backing it, something's got to go. It's not going to fail, at least. But other than that, guys, man, I appreciate you watching. That's it for this video. I try to be as informative as possible, not too much fluff in here. I just ran through it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free. If you found this video helpful, please like and share this with a friend. This channel is dedicated to explaining how to grow your wealth exponentially by better understanding our current financial systems.